Good morning. Thank you for joining us to learn all about MNPS PreK. My name is Marisha Bonifacio, and I'm the MNPS PreK Community Outreach Specialist. Joining us on today's call are Phyllis Phillips, MNPS Director of PreK Programs, who will also be presenting, and Lori Fleming, MNPS PreK Program Coordinator, who will be moderating our Q&A. Today, we're providing information on how to apply for MNPS PreK and next steps after you apply. In the future, we will be hosting other topics as part of the All About MNPS PreK web series. At the end of the presentation, attendees will have an opportunity to ask questions. You can use the moderated Q&A feature located on the right-hand side of your screen to submit your questions during today's call. Today, we will learn how to apply for MNPS PreK. We will provide an overview on the different types of PreK programs that are available, next steps after you apply for PreK, information on what you can expect after you apply. Then we will have a question and answer opportunity. Please use the moderated Q&A feature on the right-hand side of the screen to submit your questions. There are 3 simple steps to apply for PreK. We will be going through each step on today's call. The steps are: 1, choose a program that fits your child's needs. 2, gather all the documents that you need. And 3, apply online on MNPS.org.
Good morning. I'm Phyllis Phillips, MNPS's Director of PreK Programs. Before we get started, we wanted to provide you an overview of MNPS's PreK program. Currently, MNPS has 189 PreK classrooms across Davidson County, which serves 3,300 students. MNPS provides a quality PreK program. In a quality program, you develop the whole child, which means academic and social-emotional development that is appropriate at the child's level. The program emphasizes positive interactions between children and their teachers, peers, and environment. Most of our classrooms use creative curriculum. It's a high-quality, play-based curriculum which provides diverse learning environments where activities are driven by the students. Teachers encourage and support children to play and explore as a path to learning. The curriculum integrates literacy, math, and social-emotional learning. MNPS provides the same learning environment for each PreK classroom. This means that a PreK classroom in Hermitage will look like a PreK classroom in Antioch. Each classroom has the same materials, furniture, and curriculum. PreK is a voluntary program, meaning that it is not a mandatory requirement to attend PreK. Since it's a voluntary program, we do have an application process. Remember, PreK does help prepare children for kindergarten. The MNPS PreK program serves children 4 years of age with some exceptions. We'll discuss some of those exceptions on today's call. Now, let's go through the steps to apply for PreK. Step 1, it's important to choose a program that is a best fit for your child's needs. As a parent or guardian, you know the best environment your child thrives in, and we have several options for you to apply. We do recommend that you review the MNPS PreK guide on the MNPS website to guide you in selecting which schools you want to apply to. Here's an overview of the different PreK program options. Early Learning Centers. These school sites are dedicated PreK learning hubs that focus on preparing students for kindergarten in an exclusive early learning setting. This means that only PreK students at these school sites, students will have outdoor experiences, social emotional learning activities, and structured play designed to support academics. Another option is school-based classrooms. School-based classrooms are located in elementary schools across the district. School-based classrooms provide the same PreK curriculum that is provided in ELCs in an elementary school setting. A third option is Montessori. Montessori classes bring children together in multi-age groups rather than classes comprised of just one age. Normally, they span 3 age levels, so a child's classroom may contain preschool, pre-K, and kindergarten students. Each Montessori site follows a child-centered educational method developed by Maria Montessori. In the photos at the bottom of the screen, you can see the outdoor garden at one of the early learning centers, which our pre-K students have access to and provides a great learning opportunity. Also, the other photos show examples of our school-based classroom programs. The students with the stuffed animals have just finished a pet study. We also have a video on the MNPS website that I invite you to watch. It's called The Day in the Life of an MNPS PreK Student, which provides a great overview of a pre-K student's day. Here's a copy of the MNPS PreK guide that is available on the MNPS website. The web link is at the bottom of this screen. Most information discussed on today's presentation can be found at that web link, which is www.mnps.org/early-childhood-education. The guide lists all MNPS school sites with a pre-K program, as well as information on which programs accept 3-year-olds and sites that have before and after care programs. Please note that MNPS's pre-K program is Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. This excludes Montessori sites since those programs are 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. We recommend that as you review the guide, you create a list of up to 7 school sites in your order of preference. The guide also indicates which sites have blended classrooms. Blended classrooms are designed for students with and without disabilities. Class sizes are typically smaller and seats are limited within blended programs. Also, some sites have income requirements since pre-K is funded by the state and local funding. The MNPS PreK is a fee-based program, which means fees are charged on a sliding scale and could range from $0 to $144 per week for each child, depending on your household income. This fee does not include before and after care program fees. Lori, do we have any questions so far?
Yes, ma'am, Phyllis. Would you please talk about the start time for pre-K and dismissal time?
Okay, so the majority of our pre-K programs begin at 8 a.m. and end at 2 p.m. Our Montessori sites, which we have 2 of them, they begin at 8 a.m. and they end at 3 p.m. Based on information coming from the CDC and what Metro Schools will be creating, we may have staggered start times. And all of that information will probably be shared during the week of July 6th. The district will be sharing that with our families.
Thank you, Phyllis. That's all that we have right now.
Okay, thanks, Lori.
Once you've selected a pre-K program, you're ready for step 2, gather all documents. A parent or legal guardian must upload the following documents to receive an MNPS student identification number through the MNPS Enrollment Center online portal. A student ID number is needed to apply for pre-K online on the MNPS website. You will need to gather a birth certificate or record of birth. Children must turn 4 years old on or before August 15, 2020 with some exceptions. Some exceptions include programs that accept 3-year-olds. To qualify for those programs, a child must be 3 years of age on or before August 15, 2020. You also need a proof of residency address. That would include a current utility bill, lease, or homeowner's policy, and the document must be in the parent legal guardian's name. Also, a parent guardian photo ID, a copy of a driver's license, state-issued passport, or military ID. Once you have all your documents, you're ready for step 3. You can now visit the MNPS website to upload your documents for a student ID and to apply for pre-K. To attain an MNPS student ID number, you will need to upload the documents we just discussed to the MNPS Enrollment Center online portal. Once all required documents are uploaded and reviewed, you will receive an email with your child's ID number. If you have any questions or issues during this step, you can contact your local MNPS Enrollment Center. The Enrollment Center contact information is on the MNPS website. Now, if you already have an MNPS student ID number for your child, you do not have to apply for a new student ID number. Once you receive your student ID number, you must complete a pre-K application online. You will need to complete and submit an online 2020-21 pre-K application through the MNPS website. Please make sure that when you're on the website, your application is for pre-K, since we have other MNPS programs with similar applications. On the applications, you can list up to 7 pre-K program sites, and please make sure to list them in your order of preference. To access the Enrollment Center online portal for your student ID or the online pre-K application, visit www.mnps.org/early-childhood-education. There are also step-by-step instructions on that webpage. Lori, are there any questions at this time period?
No, ma'am.
Okay,
Please
great.
go ahead.
Thank you.
So, what happens after you submit a pre-K application? If you are selected for a pre-K seat, you will receive a pre-K program acceptance letter. The letter is emailed and will have instructions on how to accept your pre-K seat, additional documents required, and a deadline date. Please follow the instructions and the deadline in your letter. The additional documents required are a completed and signed pre-K acceptance letter, current physical and immunization, and income documentation. If you are placed on a pre-K wait list, you may still have the opportunity to be selected for a pre-K program. Wait lists are maintained throughout the school year, and if you are selected for a pre-K seat, you will receive a letter via email. You can check your waitlist status through the same website that you will use to apply for pre-K. Earlier, we mentioned that MNPS PreK is a fee-based program, and fees are charged on a sliding scale and could range from $0 to $144 per week for each child, depending on household income. You can view the sliding scale at the website below to find out and prepare for what your program fees will be for the school year. MNPS's PreK also has a tuition assistance program. Tuition assistance will offer a reduced tuition rate to qualifying families accepting a pre-K fee-based seat. Families currently experiencing hardship, family emergency, or trauma that meet the criteria will qualify to submit a pre-K tuition assistance application along with documentation. Applications along with documentation will be reviewed by pre-K leadership for consideration. If you are selected for a pre-K seat and will need before and after care, it's important that you make before or after care arrangements for your child prior to the start of school. On the pre-K guide, you can view which school sites have a before and after care program for pre-K age students. There is a separate process to apply for MNPS before and after care programs. The summer is a great opportunity to get ready for school. Here are a few resources to help your family get ready for pre-K. The Welcome to Pre-K guide is available on the MNPS website. The guide provides information to get ready for MNPS's pre-K. MNPS has a Countdown to Kindergarten website that has great activities and lessons you can do over the summer. The website is www.mnps.org/countdown to kindergarten. We encourage you to follow at MNPS PreK on Facebook and Twitter. Over the summer, we are providing tips and information to get ready for school. As you go through the application process, if you have any questions, here is a contact information that you connect with for assistance. Also, we recommend that you visit the website below, since most of the information we share today is on that webpage. You may also want to take a photo of this slide so you have the contact information. Now, let's begin the Q&A portion of today's call. Lori, do we have any questions?
We do, Phyllis. Question is, are there opportunities to tour the classrooms at different schools?
Yes, there will be opportunity for families to tour classrooms. As we all know, at this time, schools are closed and we're not able to tour at this time, but once the mayor gives the okay for staff to return to schools, families can contact the school office of their choice and schedule a time to tour the building and tour pre-K classrooms.
Okay. So that was the question that we had in our queue that needed to be addressed to everyone. We don't have any further ones right now, unless someone has a burning question they would like to ask.
Well,
Oh, we've got one. Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning. We've accepted a pre-K seat, but haven't received any updates or additional information. What are the next steps? So Phyllis, if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and start this one and then you can add to it because we've had this previously and I just replied privately. If you have already accepted your seat online, the next step would be for you to make sure that you have uploaded the necessary documentation. That would be your signed acceptance letter, your immunization and physical, as well as your proof of income. That information needs to be uploaded. You have to go back into your original application, scroll to the income section, and then you'll see where you can upload that documentation.
Great question. And I was also going to add, Lori, that school sites will probably, accepted families will probably begin hearing from their school site probably closer to the time school starts. So I would think toward the end of July, you may hear from your accepted school site or classroom teacher.
Yes. All right. We don't have any more questions in the queue at this time.
And if someone thinks of any questions after we end this call, you can certainly reach out to the MNPS Early Learning Department by the email address that you see at the bottom of the screen, earlylearningprek@mnps.org, and we will be happy to answer any additional questions. I want to thank
you. We have one more, Phyllis.
Oh, okay. Always.
Is there a way to know which schools have no wait lists?
We are working with the developer of the selection process system to create that, but as of today, there is not a way of seeing which sites have available seats, but we could certainly assist in families finding those sites, whether you call the Family Information Center or the Early Learning Department, we could assist in that.
All right, that's all we have right now.
Okay, well, I want to thank everybody for joining us for today's call. Today's call will be archived and can be accessed on the MNPS Countdown to Kindergarten YouTube channel, and the website address is www.youtube.com/C/MNPS Countdown to Kindergarten. We look forward to seeing you and your child be a part of the MNPS Pre-K program. Thank you again.